Hello and welcome to day 9 of 14 days of safety and uncertainty. Today we're going to talk about my favorite thing, the platypus factor. You're going to meet a new animal and we're going to talk about a really important attitude. So when you're working in uncertainty, a big part of your job is going to be figuring out what's going on around you. You're going to try to make sense of your world and do it super accurately so you can make those effective decisions. The problem is sometimes we have trouble seeing what's happening in front of our face, and today we're going to talk about why it can be extra hard. So here's a quote from Managing the Unexpected that talks about why believing in possibilities is so important. Here's the quote. "The trouble deepens even further when I kid myself that seeing is believing. That's wrong. It's the other way around. Believing is seeing. You see what you expect to see." So my question today is, what do you expect to see? Do you have a narrow relationship with possibilities or a broad one? Just a minute ago on the news, they were interviewing a resident and she said, "We were not trained for working in a pandemic because we never thought one was going to happen." So success in uncertainty is all about your relationship to possibilities, and the goal is to have a really loving relationship with possibilities. And once you have a loving relationship with possibilities, you can start to make space for those possibilities in how you think, in how you speak with others, and ultimately, so importantly, moving forward, creating space for possibilities as we design our systems. So in addition to that just routine challenge of ambiguity and what category am I going to put something in, we have the possibility that we're going to encounter what is called a novel event. And in fact, we're having a massive novel event right now. So what's going to happen is we're going to end up in a situation, as we are now, seeing something that we never really imagined. And we're going to have to make a new cup. And I'm going to tell you who's going to introduce you to the new cup, and that's Bruce. Bruce! Oh, here he is. Hi. So, he's a platypus, and he is here to help us remember how open-mindedness is such a critical attitude when you're working in uncertainty. I will tell you that as I went around to many folks saying, this coronavirus could really be a big problem, pretty much felt like running into a brick wall. So that's what happened when the platypus was first discovered. This platypus did not fit into a pre-existing category. So the European scientists, when they were shipped to Platypus, they saw this egg-laying, duck-billed, beaver-tailed, otter-footed, harmless yet venomous creature, harmless looking but venomous creature. They thought it was a hoax from other animals stitched together. Well, when you look back at failures, you'll realize that you cannot make this stuff up of how these failures happen, and it's these crazy stitched together events of problems that you would never have believed would interact in these ways. So we need to remain mindful that we may encounter a new and strange situation. It'll seem unbelievable, but it's very real and potentially dangerous. Now, when I tried to teach you this 3 months ago, it didn't make so much sense. It's making sense now. So we have to be where the platypus, and we have to be ready to do this. We have to be ready to make a new cup, a platypus cup, for our novel event. And what I think is going to be happening is as you're improvising new systems and new different pieces of the system, people and technology and outside forces are coming together, you're going to see lots of baby platypus events all around you. So be ready. Now, how do you stay mindful of a platypus event? Well, one thing you do is you ask question 5 on the infographic, which is, what are all possible causes, or what can possibly be happening? We want to shift from a probability mindset, which works great in large numbers over time. But when you're talking about a single event, you have to say, is it possible or not possible? So the way we do this to shift from probabilities, okay, because when those folks went to the concert in Las Vegas, if we had said, is it probable that 400 people are going to be shot tonight? They would say, no, it's not probable. And that was true. It wasn't probable. but it was possible. So the way that we shift our thinking is the first thing we do is we stop saying what I call the high reliability no phrase. It's probably just. That phrase, it's probably just, has caused so much harm you cannot even imagine. So we stop saying it's probably just. You'll feel yourself start. Just stop and say, what else could this be? And ask a few other people. This is going to broaden your thinking and keep you safer. So, really, that's the best thing I can give you today, is to stay open-minded. You've got more possibilities around you now than ever before. So remember to keep that category cup for platypuses open. And I'll see you tomorrow.